Hey everyone, it is Tox from CritHappen.com. Thanks for watching and welcome back. We're here with another video of Hearthstone. This time we're going to take a look at the arena. Now we showed you a little bit about gameplay before with myself and Crack and Dan. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, there'll be a link in the video here as an annotation so you can check it out and see what it's all about. But today we're going to talk about arena, which is kind of like a draft mode. The easiest way to describe it is you're going to be given an option of 3 different heroes, and then you choose one. Then every quote-unquote turn, you're going to have 3 cards to pick from. It's not necessarily draft in the sense you may be familiar with if you like Magic the Gathering type drafts or WoW TCG type drafts, where multiple people are in a pod or in a queue and you get a card and pass. These are actually going to be cards more geared towards the class of hero that you pick. So as you can see, you can either use 150 gold, which we have enough of, or you can pay $1.99. Now the nice thing about this is even if you don't win anything in Arena, you're still usually going to get a pack of cards, and that works out pretty well in terms of costs. So we're going to spend the 150 gold, and we'll go ahead and jump in. Now this is 3 random heroes completely. So I have Gul'dan the Warlock, Thrall the Shaman, and Valeera the Rogue. So I am not very good with any of these. I tend to play more Priest or Mage, so I guess we'll see how this goes. I know all of these are very popular classes, so I'm not sure which one we should pick. Let's just, you know what, we're going to roll a die, and I have a die nearby, and on a 1 to 2 we'll get Gul'dan, 3 and 4 we'll get Thrall, and 5 and 6 we'll get Valeera. And you can't see this, so you're just going to have to trust me. Survey says it is 5 or 6, so we will get Valeera. Now you don't have to immediately pick one if you don't remember what the hero power is. You can see what that is and then back out of it if you don't like it, but we'll go ahead and choose Valeera because we are committed to it. Wow, and we automatically get a legendary to choose from. This is very rare. And these are all amazing. So we have Alexstrasza, set of heroes remaining health to 15. That could be extremely powerful. We have Malygos, which gives us a spell damage of +5. However, we're not going to be doing much spells probably with a rogue that do damage. We may do a few, but we'll have to see how that works out. And then we have Onyxia. Summon 1/1 whelps until your side of the battlefield is full. Hit it hard. So I think we're going to do Alexstrasza. The only worry I have with that is Alexstrasza says set of heroes remaining health to 15. If we already have them below 15, that's going to pump us up. It means Onyxia could be really, really good. This is a tough choice. I'm gonna go Onyxia. Let's go with Ani and see what happens. That's pretty amazing though as a starting setup. All right, so now we get a little bit more normal cards. And again, you're gonna pick one of each of these and then continue on with your draft. I really like having multiple people out here, which is pretty good. Give your minions stealth until the next round is pretty good too. That could be really good with Onyxia. The Silver Hand Knight is pretty good though too. These are tough choices at the very beginning. I think the Conceal works really well with Onyxia, presuming we could hold it back until we get her. But it will be very versatile, so we'll go ahead and take Conceal. Cold Blood. Cold Blood is really good. However, Acolyte of Pain is really good. These are tough choices. We got some really tough choices. I really like the Acolyte of Pain. We'll get the Acolyte of Pain because he lets us draw cards, which is really, really big. Charge is really good. Spell damage, kind of good. More Dragonlings is good. I think we'll go ahead and get the Dragonling mechanic on that one. We already have a Conceal, so that is not as needed. The Corehound is nice, but I really, really like the Scarlet Crusader. The Scarlet Crusader gives us a 3/1 and the Divine Shield. That is actually pretty valuable, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. Okay, combo. We haven't talked about combo yet. So combo on the Rogue, you'll notice that this says it's a 2/2, but if we have already played a card this turn, then we get to summon a 2/1 Defias Bandit. That's good, however, Eviscerate is really good. So we're going to go ahead and get Eviscerate. And then, well, the Stormwind Champion and Onyxia would just be death, so let's go ahead and get Stormwind Champion as well. Assassinate is always good to have. We'll take that. Return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. That could be pretty powerful if needed. Let's go ahead and get him. He's also a 5/4 for 4, which is not bad. Okay, now you heard that little noise possibly. Now we have blues to choose from. The SI agent is pretty good. The Twilight Drake is pretty good as well. I think the SI agent is pretty valuable, so we'll go ahead and grab him. Wow, we're getting a lot of good cards here. Hopefully this will be a good run. Now we have purples. Epics. Destroy any minion damaged by this minion. That's pretty good. Return a minion to its owner's hand. That's pretty good too. Destroy a Murloc and gain +2/+2. Well, we haven't seen many Murlocs yet, so I think it's either the Kidnapper or the Patient Assassin. The Patient Assassin could be really, really helpful. Returning a minion to its owner's hand could be pretty valuable too. Both of these are good. Let's go ahead and get the Patient Assassin. I'm probably making bad choices, but we'll see how it works. Ooh, another Acolyte of Pain. Of course, we also have another Assassinate. I think the Assassinate could be more beneficial, so we'll get 2 of those. We don't know what we're going to be facing, so we don't know if the Acidic Swamp Ooze could be helpful. The Harvest Golem is pretty good. I like the idea of all these characters we're getting that could summon more things. So let's go ahead with those. Ooh, very tough choices. Return all minions to their owner's hand. Return a friendly minion to your hand, and it costs 2 less. Or summon a 2/1 Defias Bandit. I think the Defias Ringleader could be really good on that one. We don't have a weapon yet, but we do have the power to have a weapon with our hero power. Gain attack equal to the attack of your weapon. That could be pretty good. And we already have a couple of Assassinates, so let's go ahead and get that. Another Acolyte of Pain. This really wants me to just spam people and rush them with Acolytes of Pain, apparently. Let's go ahead and get another one of him. Drawing cards could be really valuable. Restore 3 health, deal 3 damage to your hero, or summon a 2/1 damage golem. We already have a Harvest Golem. Returning health could be pretty powerful. Dealing damage could be pretty powerful. Now down here you'll notice that it gives you a distribution of the cost of your cards. So we're kind of heavily weighted in the 2s and 3s, so let's get a little higher up here and get some 5s. The Raid Leader, always a good choice, versus dealing 3 damage randomly split between all other characters, and you will note that this says between all other characters, not just your opponent's characters. So the Mad Bomber is a little risky. The 5/1 is nice, however he doesn't have charge, we don't really have anything to give him charge, so let's go ahead and go with the Raid Leader, since we're summoning so many creatures. We already have 2 Acolytes of Pain. I really like the idea of having another Bloodsail Raider to go with our weapon that we can do, so we'll go ahead and get that. Ooh, more blues. Cold Light Oracle. Each player draws 2 cards. That could be pretty good. The first minion you cost each turn costs 1 less. That could be really good. Or all minions cost 1 more. Well, I don't want to cost my own minions more, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Pint-Sized Summoner. Now, the Frostwolf is pretty much an automatic here. While the 7/7 War Golem is good, we're going to have a lot of things bringing out a lot of creatures. So let's go ahead and bring out the Frostwolf Warlord. Now we have Backstab, which is good. Adjacent minions have +1 attack, which is pretty good too. And then return all minions to their owner's hand. Well, I like the idea of Backstab, so let's go ahead and grab Backstab. Now we have another Shadow Step, a Taunt, and a deal 1 damage. Well, we're going to need some lower end cards to go with our combos, so we'll get that. Fan of Knives, deal 1 damage to all enemies and draw a card. Wow, this is a tough choice on this one here. We're at 23 of 30 cards, so we're only going to see 7 more choices. We already have a Defias Ringleader. Having another would be nice. We already have an Eviscerate. Having another would be nice. And we don't have a Fan of Knives yet. The Fan of Knives can be very powerful, especially if people get a lot of Murlocs or some smaller 1 health card minions. So I think the Fan of Knives is going to be very valuable. Wow, let's see. I think draw a card would be valuable here. The 7/7 War Golem would be nice though, but we have a couple of late gamers already. Okay, I'm a big fan of the Frost Elemental. It is just very powerful, so we'll snag him. So now, let's see. Ooh, there's another Eviscerate. Possibility to restore health to one of our creatures, or all of our guys have +1 attack. I think we're going to go with another Eviscerate. I think that would be very valuable. We're down to 3 cards to pick from. We've moved really quick through this. So we have a Squire with a shield, another Defias Ringleader, or a Archmage, which gives us +1 damage. I think we'll get another Defias Ringleader. We're going really heavy rush here. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. Sinister Strike would be very good to go with our combos, so we'll get one of those. And now with our last card, we are always guaranteed usually a blue, if not an epic or a legendary. We already got 1 legendary, so the odds of us getting another are pretty slim. We have Headcrack, which is extremely, extremely powerful for a rogue. You deal 2 damage to an enemy hero, and if you've already played a card this turn, you can return it to your hand. So there's no reason not to get that. Alright. That is our deck. So now we have a key, and you'll notice it says 0 wins and 3 little boxes for losses. As we play and we gain losses, these will fill up. So we have the opportunity to continue a win streak even with up to 3 losses. Once we have 3 losses, this key will light up and we can unlock a lockbox behind it. So our deck consists of Backstab, Conceal, Sinister Strike, an Elven Archer, 2 Eviscerates, 2 Bloodsail Raiders, 2 Defias Ringleaders, a Loot Hoarder, a Patient Assassin, who I got a gut feeling could be pretty valuable, a Pint-Sized Summoner, the Fan of Knives, Headcrack, which I think is very, very valuable, 2 Acolytes of Pain, which very much could keep us in the game drawing cards, a Harvest Golem, a Raid Leader, a Scarlet Crusader, the SI7 Agent, the Ancient Brewmaster, which could be pretty powerful depending on what creatures we get out into play, the Dragonling Mechanic, 2 Assassinates, a Frostwolf Warlord, which could be very, very valuable. Then we have, where were we? The Frostwolf Warlord was right there. There we go. We have Nightblade. We have, which deals 3 damage to any hero. We have the Frost Elemental, which freezes a character, a Stormwind Champion, and a Nixia. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop right there. We're going to make a separate video about our first playthrough with this deck, and depending on how well we do, we may continue on as a series, so we'll see how it goes. But that is how you build your deck in the arena and how you get ready to jump in. Thanks so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts by leaving a comment below on the YouTube channel. You can of course join in the discussion on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus by searching Crits Happen, or you can find us at our homepage at critshappen.com. But until we see you next time, thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoy all of your deck building times inside of the arena in Hearthstone. Keep rolling those dice, and we hope they're all crits.